Okay, everybody, welcome to Wednesday. How are you? We are talking generational curses today in my Pathfinders group. So, I've been seeing a lot of people making videos about generational curse breakers and generational curses, generational karma. And I think it's one of those things we need a deeper dive into the explainer of what exactly that is. How do you know if you are one and how to work with that? So, we'll talk about that today in Pathfinders. Tomorrow, this is a request from you guys. I'm going to look at the whole sign house system versus Placidus. If you don't know anything about astrology, there are different ways of mapping your chart. Some of you, it changes the chart significantly. So if you want to know more about how the house systems work and why they work the way they work, jump on to the astrology group. Also, if you want to learn to read tarot from me, link below. All right, let's get cracking, McCracken. What's going on today? What? Oh, I feel super tight shoulders right now. Past life. Lucky. Oh boy, yes. Message. Yes. Psychic. All right. Some things coming through for some of you. You may not know how you know this. I just heard that really loudly. You may not know how you know this. So some of you are discovering that, okay, what you're doing, how you're knowing things, like one of your psychic capabilities, you think everybody just does it like that. You think everybody just knows things in this way, or you think everybody is clairaudient, or everybody's brain works a certain way. You're just thinking that. And wow, it's not true. This is a psychic capability. So I feel like some of you are discovering a psychic capability for yourself that you thought was just like, isn't this how everybody does it? Isn't this how everybody just knows information or thinks about things or has their intuition? Maybe this is just basic old intuition. I'm going to say no. And I feel like there's something coming through from a past life. There's some kind of experience you're having in this life that really points to a past life. And now you're starting to wake up to the capabilities that you have in this life that were dormant, that have been dormant. Queen of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, woo, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands. I see this Queen of Pentacles here, so I'm going to take that. I can't help myself. 8 of Wands. So there's a lot going on here. All right. For some of you, there's a person around you or you who has felt very misunderstood. Maybe you felt misunderstood in your life, and that has been the fuel for your fire. And you don't know why you feel misunderstood. Maybe you feel like you have this presence, this experience in life of it's almost like a don't you know who I am kind of thing coming from a past life. But it's not ego driven. It's just sort of like, I have this capability. I know that these things are going to be happening. I know that there's going to be a certain event in your life. I just know it, right? Like a sort of a claircognizance things. Like I just know it. And I feel like because you might have had some kind of very traditional upbringing, or you have people around you who are very traditional and don't sort of understand clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, don't understand psychic capabilities, just don't get it. There's a feeling of being misunderstood here. And so some of you, like me, could have had a childhood where, you know, everybody around you just didn't understand you. Some of you come from a different lineage, a different ancestral past. Some of you are starseeds. Some of you are walkers, walk-ins. Some of you are from a different physical lineage, adopted kids or stepkids or something like that, like a very physical 3D kind of different persona, different makeup, different connection to spirit, the whole 9 yards. And you are placed in that family or in that situation as a teacher, a healer, a guide, a mystic, becoming a shaman, becoming oracles, becoming these things that have been naturally planted in you, naturally occurring in you. And the people around you got really angry about this because it showed them or made them feel less special. And when you're in that kind of situation, especially on this 3D plane, people don't like feeling like they're less special. But I don't really feel like you ever were like, oh, I'm way more special than you. Like, I don't feel like that ever happened. I just feel like this is their karma to work out, that they then had to find ways of feeling special and to keep you down or to keep you off balance or something like that, because they were feeling insecure around you. Just your energetic signature made them feel very ordinary. And boy, they were not okay with that. All right. So 3 of Wands, 9 of Swords. There's new psychic capabilities now coming in. Boy, you ain't seen nothing yet. I feel like some of you have freed yourself from this connection or these connections, and you're now stepping into something. Look at the 8 of Wands in this deck, swiftness. It's like coming at you. All right. So Queen of Pentacles, I feel like this is part of your, what you're doing to take care of yourself is that you're unhooking yourself, detaching yourself from unhealthy attachments of all kinds, and now moving into you're like freeing up this energy. So now more is opening up to you, more psychic capabilities, maybe your past life, maybe you're becoming aware of who you were in past life. And the back to don't you know who I am, like that's just an energetic expression of you. So you weren't ever saying that, but that's what they heard. And it made them, these people around you made them jealous, insecure, all of it. So if you've had a lot of people in your life feel jealous or insecure of you, and you know about this, that's why. It's like their soul is saying to them, hey, that person's special, more special than me, but really not. Okay? Just in a different way. Like just in a different way. All right. So everybody, none of us are special. All of us are unique. And this person's karma or your karma with this person is to transmute this idea that we all have, oh, you're more special than me. Or there's a bunch of people walking around on this planet that don't have any souls. Or there's, just because someone is very 3D, that means they're not unique. Like all of these ways of making, this is the way a lot of times spiritual communities can make, people in the 3D seem very small. And I don't really think that that's helpful. I think the spiritual community is needing to grow a lot in terms of how we are, everyone has unique capabilities. And your particular one here, I feel like it's your family who really keyed in on your unique capability, and that made them feel small. So that's why the rage, that's why the scapegoating, that's why all of that was going on. But you have nothing to do with this. This was just like, hey, I'm just here on the planet and this is what I'm here to do. Like, I'm not trying to shove it in your face. I'm not trying to do anything like that. 2 of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the 7 of Swords. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. So we're moving forward, but we're going to have to deal with some, Like all the things I just said to you are not really lies at all. Like they're just, and I don't want to like sugarcoat language. Like I think we should be calling things out with the simplest language as possible. The more, I'm a communicator. That's my role on this planet, is a communicator. And the more we complicate language or turn it into buzzwords or things like that, the more it dehumanizes, the more it takes it away from people, so that people feel like they can't access their spirituality. They can't access like simple language is a way of unhooking from this, well, I'm more special than you kind of thing. I've always believed in plain, straight up language. It's a way of deconstructing from groups or situations that try to claim a special jargon. Jargon itself is a specialized language that's designed for insiders and outsiders. So if you ever go to any kind of conference, there's going to be a lot of jargony kind of stuff. And I feel like part of what we're doing here on my channel, on this channel, on your channel right here, is that we're trying to deconstruct that language. We're trying to say, call it what it is and not be so twisted around in so many of the jargony words that are thrown around in the spiritual community. That's one of my philosophies. I believe in that because it keeps people out. It keeps people they feel incapable of accessing, when in fact it really is their birthright. It's really okay for anybody who wants to become spiritually awakened to do it. All right. So there's something here about ideas or thoughts that are lies, that are twisted around so people feel like outsiders. I feel like this is flipping around. So if you have felt that in your lifetime, where you have felt kept outside of anything by language, especially, or by, you don't belong, like otherizing people. And if you have felt that for whatever reason, whatever tribe you belong to at the moment, women, people of color, indigenous peoples, Native Americans, any kind of group, spiritual community, any kind of group that is otherizing right now, I feel like is being deconstructed and being shown for jargony stuff to be lies. Like it's a way of otherizing people. It's a way of even dehumanizing people. 9 of Swords, and it's like I feel like we're deconstructing this. The King of, oh wow, Tower, Emperor. Woo! Okay. 5 of Cups. So there's definitely, I've been getting a lot of masculine energy being deconstructed. I've been getting also a lot of, these are just things that I know, things that come through downloads, come through dreams. I've been getting a lot of messages around masculine energy, or doesn't have to be masculine energy, meaning gender. It can be people who use their power to dominate and control others, and using language is just one way of doing that. So that's what's coming through here because of all the swords. But it can be a lot of different things. It can be using money to otherize people. It can be, or resources. It can be using ideas to otherize people. But language is a very strong one because we are in an air and fire kind of energy right now. And moving into the age of Aquarius, we're going to have more of that. So right now, the breaking things down to for it to be simple, and let's not use that word simple, clarity, King of Swords. Now I'm getting this Wheel of Fortune. So there is this sense of moving forward, which is great. Like once you see, and I'm just going to make this personal for a minute. Once you see the lies that have held you fast in your life, the lies about you, the lies about who you are, the lies about who you're becoming or who you were allowed to become, the lies about, we're where you've come from, the whatever it is, and like wrapped up in fancy words or anything like that. I just feel like all of that's coming out. And I feel like people who've used their power to control other people, however it has happened, it can be lies, but it can also be the unveiling of the unveiling of specific ways of wielding truth to make someone feel small or to make someone feel other. Okay. And using truth to apply it to a person, even if it's ostensibly true, like it's on its face true, meaning that I'll just do something personal, like, someone who's selfish pays attention only to themselves, right? Can we agree on that? Someone who's selfish really is putting their needs above other people. But and I've said this for a long time, that focusing on yourself, especially divine feminine energy, focusing on themselves, one of the things you're going to hear about yourself is that you're selfish. But I want to say to you that divine feminine energy, the injured divine feminine, or the profane feminine that I've been talking about for many months now, is the overgiving in order to sort of people please so that I can feel safe in the world. There's a way of feeling safe that has been built on this lie that someone's telling me about who I am or what I'm allowed to have, or my needs don't matter, and then being called selfish when I pay attention to my own needs. It's a crazy making kind of thing, which goes back to this 9 of Swords. Okay. And so a lot of you are waking up to the reality that you are who you are, a sudden awareness of who you are and your sovereignty. And it is going to necessarily blow apart some relationships that are built on you being less than. Any relationship that's built on the idea or the practice of you being small is going to get blown apart. People who are using control, domination, coercive control for their own ends, putting their own needs ahead of you, those things are going to be revealed in public. So this is stuff that might have gone on behind the scenes, maybe in your family, maybe in your marriage, maybe in your workplace for a long time. And that is being outed. Okay, this Tower, that is being outed. High Priestess, 7 of Cups, the Universe, and the Ace of Pentacles. So a new tangible opportunity is coming. 7 of Cups is the energy of confusion. And I feel like those of you who are, if you're on my channel, you are definitely High Priestess energy and maybe coming from a place where you were told that you were less than. And so this 7 of Cups of other people trying to use that to their benefit is being outed. Anyone who is using power to dominate and control, it's sort of like, because the rest of us are opening up to the light, it's almost like cracking through the structure, and it can't stand. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to go deeper. If this is your reading, if you're still here, this is likely your reading. So link below if you want to continue on. Pathfinders, let's just keep going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.